This is Bruce for Ola Prime, taking a look at Bitcoin, pound yen, and the dollar index. So let's get started. Here is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is basically sandwiched between the 200 moving average here at 82,710 roughly, up to this week's high at 96,485 or so. And you can see on the rally, well, let's start with the drop. So we broke through the trend line, broke through the moving averages, came back down, found support, retraced back, tested it as resistance, the 50 moving average orange particularly, but also this uptrend line and this downtrend line. So clearly there was resistance seen there. That shows continued downward pressure. However, on the downside, we have a higher low from yesterday, which could lead to further tests of resistance. So let's see what happens. But for now, it's stuck within this range. We have this downtrend line here to use as a guide, and then the 200 moving average as a guide. Going to the pound yen. The pound yen, why am I looking at the pound yen? We have a higher swing low here, and we broke this very clear trend line here after a rough consolidation phase. And the break of the trend line is about to correlate with a potential breakout of the 50 moving average. So if the 50 moving average orange here is reclaimed to the upside, there's a chance that this first target of this ABCD pattern up here, 193.69 or around there, could be approached. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a pullback first. I'm not saying this is the buy here. I'm just saying that it's getting more bullish as we start to see more and more signs of strength. You have to watch it to see to find what type of strategies and setups that you might use, of course. And then we have the dollar index. So the dollar index topped out over here in mid-January, and then you can see it has had a relatively rapid decline, accelerating recently after a test of resistance at the 20 moving average here. Also here, the zone of the 20 moving average. And then broke right through that neckline and yesterday, and it continued to sell off, went right through the 200 moving average here, blue line, and right through this trend line, and they happen to be at the same price zone at the same time, right through this previous high, becomes potential support. So it looks like it's heading for the 61.8% retracement on this drop, and it looks like it could get there pretty soon, and that's at 103.66 roughly. And then we have to watch for what happens next, because a rally could take it all the way back up to test resistance up here around 105.70 or so, or anywhere around the initial breakdown of this head and shoulder topping pattern. So this is starting to look clearly more bearish overall, and we've got a lot of volatility though in the last few days. So we've got to see what happens when this dies down a little bit, and how the follow through is going to be. But so far, it's pretty clear. Okay, that is it for today. Have a great week.